I had no intention of doing this. A year ago, I was on a radio show and a host asked me if I thought the president should run again. And I said, of course not. He implicitly, if not explicitly, said he would be a transitional president, the bridge. Most members of Congress thought he was going to stand down. That's why Newsom and Pritzker and Whitmer and so many others were making their plans. And I said, and if he doesn't pass the torch, then we should ensure that at least that the stage has newer generation candidates to give voters a choice. Anyway, months went by. I started seeing the polls change dramatically. The tenor and tone of constituent discussions with me and every single one of my colleagues was changing graphically. All the independents, moderate Republicans that voted for the president, I think for the right reasons, were increasingly telling us that they're not going to do it again. They may not vote for Trump, but they're not going to vote rather than vote for Biden. And over time, it got to a point, actually, guys, where I resigned from the House leadership table because my position was so incongruent with those who were in positions to do something about it that I didn't feel it was appropriate for me to sit with them anymore. And I was really frustrated. I called Gretchen Whitmer. I called J.B. Pritzker. I made public calls to the candidates whose names are better known than me to jump in. The water's warm, you guys. It's a Democratic primary. That's what we do. Not only did those two not take my calls, which they would have any other day, they had their political operatives take those calls, and they told me, please don't use their names. That's the culture. That's the culture, you guys, that we're dealing with. You will be blackballed. You will be disenfranchised. You will be let out the door if you so much as even issue a word that you might challenge a sitting president of the United States. This is the United States of America. It's appalling.